welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I thought I would talk about my April favorites, so things I've really been enjoying in quarantine while I've been social distancing, not really doing anything outside of the house. So April has lasted like 0 seconds, like 1 second. Honestly, March was so long, like so much stuff happened every day. It was just an overload of information every single day. And it was so slow, like what could happen next, you know? But April was so fast. Like I don't even remember what I did most days, but probably studied. I don't know. Should I be studying right now? Yes. Am I going to? No. I'm going to share my April favorites instead. Okay, but anyways, I have 5 categories today. So I have skincare, makeup, activities I've been enjoying, food I've been enjoying, and then like miscellaneous things that I couldn't really place into the other 4 categories. So let's get right into it. I have quite a lot of things to talk about, so I'm not going to spend too long on each of them, but I will link them all down in the bio so that you can check them out if you want to, and I will like, you know, explain as much as I can. But yes, okay, so let's get right into it. So skincare wise, my skin is not doing well at all. Like literally not well at all. This is probably the worst it's been in like a year and a half. So ever since I started like taking skincare very seriously, my skin has not broken out this bad. It's not been this like red or dry or flaky in like a year. And I honestly think it's just because like it's a combination of the stress, like of this situation. Like this is not, you know, chill time. And then also like indoor heating and drying and air conditioning. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry used to the people that has to go down. Okay, sorry. So as I was saying, like indoors, like heating and cooling, like it's really dried my skin out, but I'm also breaking out at the same time. So that's never happened to my skin. So it's been a little hard to adjust to take care of that type of skin. So here's what's really helped me. First, I have the Caudalie Vinopure Purifying Gel Cleanser. It is part of their like Vinopure line. So I also have like the serum that has salicylic acid in it, and both of these in combination have been really helpful for my skin. This one is super nice. It smells like a spa. I feel so fancy whenever I use it, and it like doesn't dry my skin out, but it also like, I don't know, like I always notice less breakouts when I'm using this pretty consistently. So I really like this one. Next, I have this breakout stick because I have a lot of breakouts. So this is the, oops, it's upside down. This is the Rosen Skincare Breakout Stick, and it doesn't include like benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid, like your usual suspects for breakout sticks or like spot treatments. This one actually has water, apple cider vinegar, peppermint oil, and some sort of arbocide. I don't really know what that one is, but it is much gentler on my skin. So this one has been helping me out immensely. Literally, my face looks like a pepperoni pizza at night because I have this all over my face, but it is great. I highly recommend this one. Then let's see. Okay, I've got this oil. I love you. This is the UFO Ultra Clarifying Acne Treatment Facial Oil from Sunday Riley, which is a super expensive brand. I actually was like, I think I won it in a giveaway a while ago. So I did not like pay for this with my own money. However, given that I've had it for like so long and you can see like how much of the bottle I've used up, I would purchase this with my own money. Like I think it's that good. So this one has 1.5% salicylic acid, so it's a little bit lower than some of the other spot treatments and, you know, like strong acne treatment oils. However, since it is an oil, it doesn't dry my skin out at the same time. So this one is like a true win in my books. I have worn it almost every night for like the past month, honestly, and it is so good. I would buy this with my own money, even though it's super expensive. Moisturizer. This one is Farmacy's Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer. It's the one they just released. I want to show you all the texture. It's so nice. Like, I hope it's zoomed in correctly. But it's so nice. Like this one, I don't generally care about like oil-free moisturizers. Like my skin doesn't generally react differently whether it has oil or not. But since it's been dry and like acne prone at the same time this past month, this moisturizer has been like a godsend because it doesn't make me produce more oil, but it also keeps the rest of my skin moisturized. So it's a really hard balance, especially when you have this kind of skin that I now apparently have, but it's a win. It really is. It smells kind of weird, but I think it's like, it's all natural. Like there's no added fragrance in it. So it's kind of just the smell of the ingredients in it. So that's fine, you know, it is what it is. This one, super cool. Wow, I've noticed a lot of these products are green. Maybe green is the color of acne. That was all of my skincare. So now makeup. So obviously I'm not seeing anybody like at all. Like I'm seeing my boyfriend via FaceTime and my parents and my brother, and that's about it. So I have not worn much makeup, but on the few occasions that I have like Zoom meetings or Zoom calls with some of my like clubs or internship like information, this is kind of just the stuff that I like put onto my face really, really quickly in an attempt to look more awake and alive and not like I've been sleeping all day. So I've got a few things. So first, most important, the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and this is the shade G5, which is like their middle shade, I guess. This is like the only concealer that I use. Like legitimately, I think it's the only one that I have left. And it is amazing. Like it doesn't like ever cake or look crinkly or like get patchy. It's like super, super dewy, honestly. I guess that's the word for it. And it like covers up my pimples so well, which I'm like, I don't know why other concealers don't do it, but I wonder if it's just my skin type. But it is amazing. You use like, I can use my fingers to use it, which as I said in my last YouTube video, I generally only wear makeup that I can use with my fingers. So this is a godsend. Like it's so, so worth it. And also I've had this for almost a year now, and I'm like do y'all see how like much I have left? Like you really don't need a lot, and it builds up really, really easily. So this one, because my skin is breaking out and acting crazy, I've been using this one a lot. Then another Glossier item. I'm sorry, I have 3 Glossier things. I tried to like limit myself. But this is the berrybalm.com. I think it's my favorite of the balm.coms now because it has color, but it's still just as moisturizing as like the other formulas. This one is like a nice purple. I just ate like a bunch of berries and like I'm thriving, you know? So I really like this one. This is my favorite of the balm.com. So if you're gonna pick any of them up, this shameless plug. Okay, and then let's see. Oh, okay. I think this is honestly my last makeup thing. I told you I have not been wearing much makeup at all. This is the Kosas Helios. This is like super, super popular. Like super popular. And it is just gorgeous. Like, this is what it looks like. Oops. This is what it looks like. Those are like the colors. And it is just so pretty. Like I'm wearing the blush right now because I thought I would pop off a little bit for the YouTube. But it's so pretty. It's a cream formula and it comes with like a blush and a highlighter. And it is so easy to use. Obviously use your fingers, and it just makes you look really like awake. Honestly, like that's the only word I can use to describe it. Like I just look like I'm nicely flushed. Like I just came back from a brisk walk and my skin is dewy a little bit. I really, really recommend this one. I realized I forgot one piece of skincare / this is I guess my miscellaneous category. This is the Glossier Hand Cream. I deadass just got this in the mail yesterday and it is so cute. Like y'all see this? It like wow, I feel like I could just take pictures of this all day long and never ever use it. But it is so cute. Disclaimer, I also have really tiny hands, so like if you have normal sized hands, this would probably be a little bit smaller in your hands, but it like covers up my entire palm. But it is so cute, it's so cute. It is $18 on the website. They just launched it like last week, I think. And they were so cool about it. Like I love that they sent like, I think the first 10,000 bottles to healthcare workers and like essential service workers before they even launched it for like the general public to buy. So I think that was a really cool initiative. I really appreciate that they like took the time and like effort to do that. But this is so cute. And it smells like Glossier You, which like if you haven't smelled it is like one of like the coolest perfumes ever. I just showed it to my mom and she was like, oh my God, I feel like I just went into the Glossier showroom and it was like air conditioned. And I was like, yes, that's exactly the vibe that you get when you put this on. It is like super, honestly, like lightweight. I don't like sticky hand creams at all. That's why I generally don't use them. But this one is super lightweight, it sinks in really quickly, and the packaging is reusable. So once you run out of like the hand cream that's in here, you can just like take a funnel and like put more in and continue to use this bottle. So I think that's really cool. So this is like my 3rd Glossier thing, the last one, I promise. Okay, moving on. That's all my like stuff. Okay, let's move on to activities. So obviously, if you're not going out, hanging out with your friends, which you shouldn't be because we're social distancing, you are probably a little, you got a lot of time on your hands, and what are you gonna do with that time? So I have a couple things. Some of them are unfortunate, but they are here. So the first one is watch TV. Honestly, like I'm just being honest here. Like, that's what I've done with a lot of my free time, and I don't even care because this is like a stressful time, and the shows that I watch are very like calming, relaxing. And so I'm just gonna mention two because they're the ones I've kind of been watching on repeat recently. One is Psych. This is my favorite TV show in the entire world. Like, this is how my boyfriend and I met. Like, that's why it also holds such a special place in my heart. But it is so funny. It is now on Amazon Prime. And I think somewhere else, I'm not really sure, but I watch it on Amazon Prime. But it is so funny, so lighthearted. Like, it has so many pop culture jokes. So like, if you're a pop culture like junkie like me, like, it's so much funnier, and it's just very relaxing. Like, I put it on in the background when I'm cleaning or like, you know, doing the dishes or whatever, or like cooking. Yes, I would highly recommend it. And then the second one is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is, again, like a cult favorite for a reason. It's like, you know, I would say like a sister of like New Girl and Parks and Rec and The Office and everything, and it's just so, so cute. Those are the two I would recommend. I've been watching a couple other things. I really want to start watching the new Mindy Kaling show on Netflix. It's called Never Have I Ever, and it's about like a brown girl, which I love. So I'm gonna start watching that soon, probably after finals are over. But yeah, so that's what I've been watching. Oh yes, more activities. So some other things I've been doing are playing cards with my family. We actually play a lot of board games and a lot of card games generally, but like since we're all stuck in the house right now together, we've been doing it even more so. So usually after dinner every day, we play like a round of cards or like poker. We've got our nice little poker chips and we each put in like $2 to $3. So that's what we've been doing. So that's been really fun. It takes up a good amount of time, obviously. Working out. I have been incredibly consistent with my workout schedule, which like never happens. I don't know. Usually I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work out for like 2 to 3 weeks at a time, and then I'm like, okay, I'm bored, you know? So this is really cool. Like I've been so motivated to work out during this time, and right now I am doing the Chloe Ting like 2-week shred program. I got my best friend and my boyfriend to like join in with me, so we're like all doing it at the same time, and you know, we'll see how it goes. It's honestly really hard, but it takes up a good amount of your time, you know, and it just motivates you to like get the shit done. So working out, if you can, if you are able to, it's a really great way to pass time. And then finally, cooking and baking. I've been doing this so much, and recently I've had a series of mishaps in the kitchen, so I'm taking a step back, but I've been baking quite a lot. Like I made 3 cakes, some cookies. I make a lot of mug with chocolate chip cookies too at night when I'm really bored. Made lemon bars, and I've been cooking like so much, like probably more than I have like ever in my life. So I've made a lot of stuff with sweet potatoes. So like sweet potato grain bowls, we've been having those for dinner quite often. They're really easy. Maybe I'll do like a bake with me / cook with me YouTube video. Okay, that kind of takes me into food, which is my 4th category. And I guess my last category, since I already did miscellaneous items. For breakfast every day, I've been like treating myself, honestly, because I have the time to like make a fancy breakfast before I like go study or go like work on, you know, whatever I need to. So I've been doing either pancakes. I do a 2-stack pancake, 1 pancake with bananas in it, and then 1 pancake with chocolate chips, and then like maple syrup and fruits on top, and like even a little bit of like yogurt or whipped cream if I'm feeling extra fancy. It's so good. My family's also been eating a lot of steel cut oatmeal in our Instant Pot, which I love. It is so good. I don't know, I don't like regular oatmeal, like it's too like goopy for me. I don't know, too slimy, but steel cut oats are the way to go. Like they're so good. And we put like brown sugar on top and maple syrup and then like fruits and even cinnamon if you want to. So good. So yeah, that's mostly been it. Those are my April favorites. Let's see. Updates wise, okay, yes. So basically, I don't know. I've been like thinking a lot about like how I'm going to structure my YouTube channel, which like, I don't know. I'm like a big planner. And so like, this is my YouTube notebook now, which is really silly, but it helps keep my like thoughts all in one place. And I have one for like my Instagram too, and for like any other project that I start for fun. But I've been thinking about like what I'd like to talk about. Like, I don't want this to be solely a skincare and beauty YouTube channel, though I really love talking about that stuff. So I'm thinking tentatively like having 4 different like categories that I would essentially choose from for every video, which would be like skincare, beauty, makeup, you know, relationships. So like I really want to talk about like my long distance relationship tips, especially like since right now, since we're all social distancing, like you might have been put into a long distance relationship without wanting to be put into one. So I think it would be really fun to talk about that, like social distancing, like date night ideas. We've been doing a lot of those. So those are the first two. Third would be like career and, you know, like job type stuff, because I'm super passionate about, you know, my career and like how I got here, like the steps that I took and how to do things I've done, like networking, you know, like case interview prep, like meeting new people, choosing your career, all that kind of stuff. So I would love to talk about that on here, even though it's like completely different than skincare and beauty and, you know, that kind of stuff. And then finally, just like lifestyle, honestly, like I love, like my favorite types of YouTube videos to watch are like a day in the life, like my morning routine, my evening routine, like chatty get ready with me. Like those are my favorite things. I think they're just so fun and relaxing, and like I just love to put those on in the background while I'm like cooking or cleaning or, you know, working on stuff that doesn't require me to like be 100% focused on it, like homework. So those are like the 4 categories I'm thinking. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on that, like if there's anything you'd like to see from me. Yeah, let me know what you want me to talk about, and let me know what you thought of my April favorites. But yes, okay, that is all I have today. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.